Dhalsim, Dhalsim, whatever. It's an awesome freaking action figure. Hey YouTube, what goes on? And welcome back to Disavowed Action Figures. Tonight, bringing you another action figure review, taking a closer look at the Jada Toys Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers Dhalsim figure. So excited to get this thing in hand. It is showing up at Targets across the country. I have not been fortunate enough to find one. I'm about 35 minutes away from my closest Target. One local Target carries these out of 4 for me. So I said, you know what? I'm going to pay the extra 12 bucks or whatever it was, and I got it online. So no, I did not find this in a store, so you will not be seeing this in a toy hunt yet. But I did pick this up for, I think it might have been like $44 shipped. So I actually got a pretty decent price on it. I rarely overpay for things unless I really want them. I'm being very impatient. So 3 Ps be damned. I did not use patience on getting this in hand. I had to get it right away. So very pumped to have this. I think this could be a top 5 action figure of the year, maybe even a top 3 once everything is said and done. So as we take a look at the packaging, as it rotates here on the base, this is your standard Jada Toys Street Fighter 2 packaging. In kind of the video game cabinet, we got the buttons in the front, the artwork of the character in the front right there. Nice window with all the accessories in the front. On the back, taking a minute here, there is your cross cell. It is so awesome knowing about all the different figures in this line that are coming over the next year and a half. So if you haven't watched one of my reviews before, basically, we talked about the packaging. We will take it out of the box. We will look at the accessories. We'll take a look at the figure itself. We'll move them around a little bit and then do my favorite thing for all my videos, which is compare the figure to figures in its own line and other lines as well. And if you were curious, there is a closer look at the artwork and the back of the packaging behind the figure. And damn, Jada, you know what you're doing here. And here is Dhalsim out of the packaging. And yes, I'll probably say his name 4 different ways throughout this entire video. But it looks so friggin' cool. So many accessories with this guy. So we'll go through those first. Then we'll take a closer look at him as a figure himself. And then we'll move him around. And then we'll do some comparisons and kind of get you out of here. And really, it's an embarrassment of riches in terms of accessories with this guy. For a standard priced figure, this is nuts. So we do first get the 2 alternate hands right here, alternate pair of hands, which are kind of like the kind of grabbing open hands, fighting hands. Put those off to the side here. We do get the alternate head sculpt and the stand. So the stand will help, obviously, to replicate his kicking and such. But there we had a cool screaming head. One amazing feature for me, and it's a little thing, but it's an awesome thing. These are like actual metal hoop earrings we get, and also metal hoops on his forearms. That's so freaking incredible. I do like the screaming effect. I know a lot of people have said they wish that there was like a fire effect going along with this guy. For me, I'm happy with what I got, but that would be pretty cool as well. And then we get to the thing that I maybe want this figure the most as far as accessories go, and that is the bendy wire arms and legs. Yes, these are a legit bendy wire. That is freaking insane. So you can literally swap out the arms and the legs in order to replicate his stretching ability to throw punches and kicks. That is so friggin' cool. Again, just side note, this hand is attached. It does not pop off, so don't rip that off or break it or anything. This is also cool right here. As I said, you're having the hoop going on around the wrist. Such a freaking cool idea. Let's look at one of the legs. So again, leg you can see here, just as bendy and flexible. This is so freaking cool. It just opens up so many freaking different ideas that you can get poses for this figure, whether it's fighting or just basically, you know, chilling or whatever. So that's really cool to get these bendy wire arms and legs. That's really what pulled me into the figure. But let's take a closer look at the figure itself. So this is as he comes out of the packaging. We also do get the necklace with the soft plastic skulls going on right here. That can obviously be mobile and moved around. But the head sculpt on this guy looking great. I love the red paint going on the cheek and also the top of the head. Goes away to the back of the head right here. I like the texturing we're getting with the shorts, drawstring. Obviously, we have the wraps going on here on the wrists. That's also a nice texture. I like the ripped shorts look going on. Down here, we have these going on, the wraps down here on the lower leg as well. So again, just looking at this guy, you know, front to back, top to bottom, looking really good. I also think it's cool. This isn't like a shiny plastic. I feel like some of the other figures kind of a shinier look. This looks kind of more matte, which I appreciate. But again, this guy looks freaking great. The accessories are great. Let's move around a little bit and do some comparisons, because that's what I'm looking forward to doing, is seeing this guy standing with some other Street Fighter figures and also some other character and figure lines. So moving them around before we put the stretchy limbs on there, we do get the head rotating all the way around. He will look down a great deal. He will look up very far as well. All sorts of great crazy tilt going on here to show some attitude with the neck and the head articulation. As far as arms go, we do rotate all the way around at the shoulder. It will go up past 90. We do have an upper cut going on. We do have double jointed pinless elbows right there, as you can see. We do get a really nice butterfly joint going on in the shoulder, which is great. I believe when we pop the arms off to put the other arms on, it pops up here up at the bicep. Hand will rotate all the way around. It's on a horizontal hinge for the hand. Torso is great. I mean, you can really do so much stuff with this guy. He looks down about that far, looks back about that far, rotate. So again, this guy moving very, very well. As far as the legs are going to be concerned, he will kick up a little fast, a little further, I guess, right about there. Upper thigh cut, that's also where you pop it off to switch out the legs. We do have the double jointed pinless knee going on right there, which is very nice. We do get rotation here, basically down at the lower calf above the wrap. Foot will go down about that far. Foot will go up about that far. It is on a rocker. As far back, it'll actually go pretty far back, surprisingly. And again, splits. This guy's got splits for days going on, right? So again, great articulation on this guy. I'm really looking forward here to popping on these longer limbs and kind of doing some fun stuff with it. But he moves around very well. And just to show you how the arm does pop off, you do basically want to grab it right about here. I would just kind of hold it at the shoulder, and this pops right off really easy. No fuss, no muss. I didn't have to force that at all. And then in terms of putting the arm on here, obviously make sure you're putting the correct arm on. Just going to get a small hole to go in that peg, and we'll just kind of get that on there. And it goes on really easy. I didn't get a pop or anything, but it did pop on there relatively easy. And just check that out. Look at the freaking reach this guy's got. He will mess you up from a distance. You can have him making a muscle if you wanted to right there. So these are awesome. This is such a cool idea. Let me know in the comments. I don't think I know any action figures that went to this extent with the bendy wire. Obviously, we have Marvel Legends Reed Richards from Walgreens. We'll compare that in a little while. But it is just incredible how much bend you do get on this. Let's get a leg on there while we're at it. So let's come down here, and this is just going to pop. This one's a little bit stiffer, I feel like. I'm going to bump the camera. There we go. So it comes out no problem again. It seems like I was having to force it. I really didn't. It was much easier than I thought it was going to be. And then get the correct leg. That's not the correct leg. There we go. Make sure his thumb is his big toes on the inside. And then again, this is just going to pop right in here to the hole. I felt a bit of a pop that time. And again, it is just ridiculous what you're going to be able to do with this guy. Sorry if I'm kind of running off camera with him a little bit here, but this is going to be nuts when you can see the sort of poses you can get this guy in with the different limbs. So that is frigging insane. I'm sure I'll have a lot of fun taking some photos with this guy later on. The feet, it's the same thing. You can bend them and everything, but these are attached. It's not going to be like a thing where the foot pops off or anything like that. But man, this thing is freaking sick with what you're going to be able to do with this guy once you get used to kind of playing around with him. All right, let's do some comparisons. Sorry for the jarring change here in camera perspective, but I wanted to do this. I know this is not how it works. I get it. But if you really wanted to try to get him standing upright on both legs, you're not going to be able to do it without a stand. I get it's for kicking. I get that they're not for making him very tall. But I just wanted to see what it looked like and how tall early would be. And you can see he does basically look massive when you do have both of those legs outstretched in a stand. And just to kind of give you an idea how you can use that action figure stand to kind of hold the leg up. I couldn't extend the leg straight out for fear of him falling off the stand. But again, you can kind of get an idea how you can use that to prop up his arms and his legs if you want to use that stretch ability to kind of throw some blows. Now, let's get to some comparisons. And here's Dhalsim on the rotating base as compared to the other Jada Toys Street Fighter 2 figures from earlier waves, being Fei Long, the recent Ken Masters, and the Ryu and Chun-Li from that first wave as well. And just having these 5 just really just opens up my eyes how awesome it's going to be having all these different characters on a shelf together. And I'm not even a huge Street Fighter fan, everybody. I'm just putting cards on the table. But I freaking love these action figures. They look so good together. It's sick. And here's Dhalsim as compared to 3 different sized Marvel Legends figures, being the Target exclusive Black Widow, the X-Men 97 Wolverine carded figure, and the SDCC exclusive Deadpool from that 2-pack. And again, I just love how well the Jada Toys Street Fighter figures do scale with Marvel Legends. You can do some epic Marvel battle scenes. And here are some more comparisons with other 6-inch figure lines. Here is the MEZCO Toys John Constantine, the Hasbro Indiana Jones Adventure Series, Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark, and also a G.I. Joe classified Hasbro figure being Dusty. And here's Dhalsim as compared to another Jada Toys creation, the Invisible Man from Universal Monsters, Luigi from Jazzware's Mario Brothers line, and also the Plunderlings Feral Cheetah. And here's another stretchy figure. We have our Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive for Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, who came with the 2 bendy wire arms. Basically slapping hands right here. And as you can see, his arm is a lot longer, but you can also notice we get those little holes that you sometimes see in bendy wire. I don't think we get little holes in this anywhere, so that's kind of interesting to me. And I'd be very remiss if I didn't bring in the new Marvel Legends Doc Ock with those great bendy wire tentacles. And you can see that he has ensnared himself a Street Fighter figure using those little pinchers. So again, busting out those bendy wire figures for the video. And last, and as everybody loves to say, certainly not least, here is the Jada Toys Street Fighter 2 Dhalsim figure as compared to the AEW Unrivaled Jazzwares Orange Cassidy. And Orange is known for his sloth style. Something tells me that would not fare very well in a fight with a guy who can punch you in the face from 7 feet away. And my final thoughts on the Jada Toys Street Fighter 2 Dhalsim figure, it's friggin' awesome. The fact that this is coming out at retail for a standard 6-inch current price for an action figure, and you're getting all these accessories, 4 bendy wire limbs, you have the earrings, the hoops on the arms, alternate hands, alternate head. It's amazing how much the Jada can cram into these boxes with these figures, and it's just been home run after home run after home run. I personally feel like this is going to be a top 3 figure of 2024 in my collection, just on the bendy wire parts alone. And again, don't sleep on the figure itself. Even if it did not come bendy wire, it looks great, it moves fantastic. Just another home run from an action figure line that hasn't let us down yet. I'm still on the hunt for M Bison. I was going to pay extra for both, so eventually, hopefully, I find that at a local Target. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free for you. It does not cost you anything, and it helps us grow the channel tremendously on the march to 6,000 subscribers. While you're at it, go ahead and click that bell for notifications. That way YouTube will notify you and tell you when we post new content here at the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and for daily toy content and daily toy updates, try checking us out over at Instagram and Twitter at Disavowed_12. Hey everybody, if you're going toy hunting this week, please try to remember the 3 P's of the toy hunt: patience, persistence, most of all, politeness. I skipped patience this time around. Take care, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs.